Did you know in some legal cases, not having a lawyer can cost you thousands of dollars or severely weaken your case or even get your case kicked out? This video is 5 examples of when you need to call a lawyer ASAP to advise you on your case. So, I've been practicing law for 7 years, so I know a thing or two about practicing law and advising clients. This video is for entertainment purposes, but I want to give you a few tips. As always, I'm biased. I think you should call a lawyer every single time. However, these are 5 situations, signs, or potential cases why you should definitely consider calling a lawyer. And stick around, I have a bonus tip at the end on when you should consult a lawyer. Example number 1, when you have a case against the government. This is very important. Very important that anytime you have a case against the government, you need to consult with a lawyer. This is so important. Why is it so important? Good question that you asked. When you have a case against the government, there are so many procedural hurdles that you have to jump in certain situations. There's a certain type of notice of claim that has to go out. There's certain type of time limit for when you can actually file the lawsuit after you send the notice of claim. So there's a lot of rules you have to follow when you're suing the government. And if you don't follow those rules, your case can get kicked out. And if you waited late to file the lawsuit and your case get kicked out and the statute of limitations passed, then you can have no case at all. And so it's definitely really important when you want to sue a governmental entity. There's so many procedural rules. And you'll see a thing with this. A lot of procedural rules are when you should consult with an attorney. You know, statute of limitations is very important when you're suing the government. In Mississippi, I don't know about other states, for personal injury cases, in Mississippi, you only got 1 year. 1 year to sue the government in Mississippi when you have a personal injury case. Now, it's different when you have, I believe, it's different when you have Title VII cases, such as discrimination cases. Then I think you have the standard 3 years in Mississippi. However, just anytime you think government in Mississippi, just think that 1 year statute. You should definitely consult with a lawyer when you are dealing with a potential case against the government. Number 2, this is a broad example, but I've just been straightforward with you guys. Anytime you get served with a summons for a case in a higher court, not particularly a higher court, but anytime you get served with a summons in a case that's not in city court or not in justice court, whatever the small claims court in your state, if you get served with a summons, you need to consult with a lawyer. I'm gonna use examples in Mississippi. I have 2 courts, well 3, that handles big cases. Or circuit court does anything over $3,500 and felony cases. County court handles cases over $3,500 up to $200,000, and Chancery handles all family law issues. Anything in those 3 courts, you need to consult with a lawyer, because that case you're dealing with is serious. It's very serious, because in circuit court in Mississippi, you're getting sued for more than $3,500. You need to consult with a lawyer. Hey, just think about it. You may pay this lawyer $125, $250 for a consultation, but I'm pretty sure you're getting sued in circuit court for at least, over $3,500. It don't hurt to spend that money to get some legal advice. Chancery, that's usually a family court, and so it's something serious going on like custody, divorce, or property rights, or things of that nature. So you definitely need to consult with a lawyer. And in circuit court, you got time limits to respond. And so if you don't respond in time, then your case will you're not kicked out. But if you don't respond in time, then you can get a judgment against you. And then that's all sorts of problems. After you get a judgment against you, you get garnished, things like that. Chancery court, if you don't show up for the court date or respond by the time limit, most time in Chancery court in Mississippi, it has a court date on the summons. And so if you don't show up to the court date, then if they can prove that they properly serve you, then you would get a judgment against you. So let's say if your ex is suing you for full custody and you get served and you don't show up to the Chancery court date, next thing you know, you're gonna get a judgment for full custody against you. It's very important. Anytime you're in one of the not higher level courts, but anytime you're in one of the courts that's above the city court, consult with a lawyer. Consult with a lawyer. Okay? Again, I think you should have a lawyer at all times, but especially in this situation. Number 3, any criminal situation that's not a misdemeanor or a misdemeanor DUI, it goes back to my last point. When you have a felony case or a case that's not in city court or justice court or the small claims court, that means you got a felony. That means you're looking at more than 6 months of time. That means you are looking at more than 6 months of time. Consult with a lawyer. And you know you need to consult with a lawyer. You're in some serious trouble. Consult with a lawyer. Number 4, when you are in a car accident or a slip and fall where you're seriously injured. And to me, seriously injured is anything where you got more than $200-300 medical bill. Anything above that amount of medical bills, you need to consult with a lawyer. Because for just being truthful, most personal injury cases, you can settle on your own if liability is clear. And however, if the case is large, they're going to still offer you little and say they're going to handle your medical bills. For instance, let's say you went to the ambulance, went to the hospital, and they say, well, hey, we'll pay your bills and we'll give you $500 or $1,000. Don't do that. Don't do that. If you went to the ambulance, went to the emergency room, don't do that. Your case, you get way more than that. But on the flip side, let's say you just went to urgent care after an accident, nothing major happened to you, you probably had like a little bruise. I still think you should consult with a lawyer, but you just got a $100 medical bill, nothing major happened, you're fine, you went to work late on that night, life is the same, then they're gonna still offer you like $500 and like, can they pay your bill? If you get a lawyer on a case that's that small, that's about how much the lawyer might get for you, like, about the same amount. So that's different. However, I think you should, that's me being biased again, I think you should consult with a lawyer, especially if you get more injuries on. But in those small cases where your bill $100 to $200, you can handle that on your own. But anything that's more than $300, $400, $500, or where you went to the ambulance and some more stuff, you got some cuts and gashes, hire a lawyer. Because a lawyer is going to be able to get not only just some pain and suffering that that $500 to $1,000 they're offering. The lawyer is going to be able to get that whole bill amount for you, and your time going to and from the doctor. So anytime you're in a serious injury from a car accident or a slip and fall, consult with a lawyer. It's going to take longer, guys. It is, but you're going to get more money at the end. Just gonna get more money. Even if your bill's only like $1,000, $2,000, you're gonna get more money where you let somebody where you handle it yourself. You handle yourself, you only got $2,000 bill, they're gonna offer you $400 or $500. If you let a lawyer get it, it's gonna take 2-3 months longer, but you're gonna get like $2,000-3,000 in your pocket. Number 5, this is another one of those situations where you gotta consult with a lawyer because it's really tough. And most lawyers don't take these cases because they're very hard to prove. But anytime you have a medical malpractice case, you need to consult with a lawyer. Just like government, it's even more steps in case against the medical malpractice. That sometimes you have a medical malpractice case against something that's owned by the government. It's just crazy. So consult with a lawyer, you have a medical malpractice case. I think in Mississippi, if the medical facility or the doctor is not working for the government or owned by the government, then it takes 2 years. But if it's still government backed, then it's 1 year. In medical malpractice in Mississippi, you have to do so many things like consult with a doctor, an expert before you can even file the lawsuit. In Tennessee, it's even more crazier. You have to do HIPAAs and some more things HIPAAs and everything with the notice of claim in Tennessee. It's crazy. Anytime you got a medical malpractice case, consult with a lawyer. Don't even think about it. Consult with a lawyer. There's so many pitfalls. I really think that governments try to protect doctors, so that's why they make it so hard to sue doctors. Consult with a lawyer if you have a medical malpractice case. And here's my bonus tip, and piggybacks off what I've been saying out the whole video. But throughout the video, I was talking about when you get sued in a court hired a small claims court consulting lawyer. But however, you think about suing somebody for more than $3,500. That's the small claims court limit in Mississippi. It's higher in other states. It's like think about suing somebody for a significant amount. Consult with a lawyer. Help put you in the right direction. It all goes back to those procedural issues that can tear up and break a case in those higher courts. That will get a lot of people those procedural issues. Okay, so I hope you enjoy those tips. I hope they helped you out. Like I always say, these tips are for informational purposes only. Please consult with a lawyer in your area. I think you should consult with a lawyer for all cases. Consult is different from hiring a lawyer. Some cases it just don't make sense to hire a lawyer because the amount to defend it, the amount that people are suing you for, amount you suing for, it just doesn't outweigh the cost. However, I think paying a consultation fee is worth it, even if you don't hire that lawyer. And so, hey, write in the comments anytime you think that you should consult with a lawyer when you have a legal issue. Of course, I'm biased, like I've been saying the whole video. I think you should consult with them all the time. But these 5 situations, I think you definitely should consult with a lawyer. Then I guess I'll give you an example of one time you shouldn't consult with. Well, I don't even want to do that. I don't want to open myself up to any trouble. When you do a consultation with me, I said it. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're interested on how the civil litigation process works, please check out that video I did about a few weeks ago. And I think you'll learn a thing or two from it. All right. Thanks, guys. And I'll see you in the next one.